Hello everyone and welcome to the webinar on using RefWorks in online courses. Today we will be joined by Cadence Atchison, the online research and teaching librarian at UNE, to go over the basics on how RefWorks can be used to support online learning and scholarship. I would like to start off by polling everybody about their sort of experience with either RefWorks or other citation research tools. So I'm going to go ahead and launch that poll and give everyone a little bit of time to answer it. Okay. Yes, so we see a pretty interesting spread here. We have a very small number of people who have used or have an account with RefWorks. We have people who have experience with research and citation tools that are not RefWorks, and we have a decent third who have not used research or citation tools. So this is very useful to us, both for this webinar and for future webinars where we will be going into more detail or maybe more specific use cases where RefWorks can be useful both in learning and just in general research. RefWorks is available to anyone with an @une.edu account. So, it is something that we all should be using if it is useful to us. So I'm going to hide these results, and without further ado, what I'm going to do now is pass this off to Cadence, who will be taking over as the presenter from here on out and showing us how RefWorks, how to set up an account with RefWorks, and how to do a lot of the basic things with RefWorks.
Okay, thank you, Chris. Hi, everybody. My name is Cadence Atchison. I am the online research and teaching librarian at UNE, and I'm pretty new at this. So if there are things that I can do to support your courses, work, or research, please don't hesitate to reach out and let me know. I'm very interested in making sure that the library and its resources are as useful and usable to you as possible. So today what we're going to be looking at is RefWorks. So starting at the library's homepage, if you do not yet have a RefWorks account, the starting point for you is going to be going into that databases list over on the left-hand side. And we're going to scroll down a little bit and click on R to bring us to RefWorks, and you can see that right there. And if you click on RefWorks here, it'll open in a new window, and you'll just click on Create an Account to set up an account. You want to use your @une.edu email address and answer the rest of the registration questions that it has for you to sign up for a RefWorks account. So I'm not going to go in that way because I want to show you how it is integrated into the library's databases. And so today, to show that, I'm going to be showing it to you from this search box in the center of the library's homepage. Before I leave the library's homepage, I will point out that we do have an online students page and a faculty and affiliates page. Both of those may be interesting to you later on if you want to take a look at the resources that are available there. But I'm going to jump into this search box here and do a quick search to show you how this tool works. So up here on the top, you can see it says RefWorks Login. But if we take a look and find an article that we like the looks of, step back and just show you. So this is the results screen. At the top, it'll give you a recommendation for a database that may be useful to you. Over on the right-hand side, we have a nice overview from Credo reference of this particular topic, and then below that, a couple of related topics. And then on the left-hand side, there are a bunch of ways to filter this search to try and make the search results more relevant to you. So you have content type, you have publication date, you have discipline, subject terms, so that you can limit your results and get things that are more useful to you. Once I find something that I like the looks of, if I select this little kebab icon, I can export directly to RefWorks from here. So if I click on RefWorks, again, it'll open in a new window. Anytime you have a choice, UNE is using the new version of RefWorks, the one with the blue logo. And then we'll sign in. And it will import our citation directly into RefWorks. So once you have a citation in RefWorks, you can do a number of things with it. If I click on the citation, it'll open up on the right-hand side, and I can see that RefWorks has already added a bunch of tags. But if I click this little pencil up here, I can add my own tags. So this could be very useful for grouping articles or using them for a particular class or project. You could add that term to your tags so that you'd be able to group your articles more easily later. You can also select items and immediately create a bibliography up here. And you can select items and group them into folders. So if I want to add these to a folder, if I have a folder already set up, if I don't, I can create a folder. And add those to a folder. And once I've added a set of citations to a folder, then I can start to share them. So I can decide that, let's see, this folder here I would like to share. And so there are two different setups for sharing. I can share with individual people, and when I share with individual people, I can identify how much they're able to do within that particular folder, if they can just read the items, if they can also annotate, or if they can modify, so if they can add things. Or I can decide that I would like to share with the institution as a whole. So up here, anyone within your organization may join this folder. If you select this setting, then the only thing that you have available is just read only. So there's no annotation or sharing that includes adding citations if you share with an entire organization. It's only available for read access. So that's folder sharing. And then, though I did go through the database and add the citations using the database, if you do have a set of articles that you have already on your computer, you can also simply drag them into RefWorks to add them. So I can bring articles in, and it will create as much of a citation as it can by analyzing the article. And it will also pull in the full PDF so that you can share that full PDF with a group of people by adding that to a folder. So from here, I can read the selected document. I can read that selected document. this genetic predisposition document, I can click here for find full text, and it will perform a search to see if it can find full text through the University of New England. It won't always find full text, but we do have a lot of full text available here at UNE. I guess it's not going to open up for me, unfortunately. So I'm going to click out of that. So if I go back to all documents, this is the list of everything, and it's just ordered by how long ago it was added. So if you want to sort it in a different way, over here on the right hand side, you can take a look at the things you've used most recently, or you can take a look at the things by the date that they've been published. So you can look at oldest versus newest, newest versus oldest, which may be more useful than the date that you added them. And let's see, again, if I want to create a bibliography, I click on this quote icon, and if I click Create Bibliography, it will pull them into the clipboard, and it defaults to APA, and it'll show the most recent styles that I have used here, but you can search if you're using a different citation style, the American Political Science Association style, for instance. Then I can rework all of those right there and then copy them and use them in a Word document. RefWorks does have some nice capability to be brought into things like Microsoft Word and Google Docs so that you can use it in connection with a document that you are writing. But that's not something I'm going to try and show you today. So you can see that there are some folders that have already been shared university-wide. And one of them is that folder that I just created, which I should probably delete at this point. But if there are things that would benefit from wider use, then sharing a folder could be a good way to do that. It's also a nice way to create collections if you're working on different projects, to simply organize things that way, since the default with RefWorks is simply to list everything that you have imported by the date that you added it. I am available via email at catchinson@une.edu, and my telephone number is 2497 in Biddeford, sorry, 602-2497. And I am about to have a phone number on the Portland campus, but that is still in the works.
And also you can reach out to instructional designers if you have any questions. We are also available and happy to have Cadence here in the office with us. So when the questions are really hard, we can kind of bump our heads together and figure them out together. Thank you so much for attending this webinar. I think this has been very successful. Thank you especially to Cadence for putting this together, and I hope you attend our future webinars on RefWorks and other research and citation and writing tools where we can sort of deepen our familiarity with what UNE provides us. So thank you, Cadence.
Thank you.
All right, see you later.